Hello there, I'm Joseph, and today we're here on the south side of the Gardunha mountain, just outside of a beautiful village called Orca. We've filmed here many times in the past. It's a very, very nice village. It's a favourite of ours. There's lots in this village. There's 4 cafes in throughout the year, and then during the summer months there's also another cafe which opens just during the summer. There's a lovely municipal swimming pool. There's a restaurant, a mini market. It's got a lot going for it, this village. It's really, really nice. And the reason we're here today is because we are going to be showing you this 1.8 hectare farm, which you can see behind me there. It has 2 lovely large ponds, one of which is just there, full of frogs. I don't know if you can hear me over all the frogs chirping in the background, and it's a really, really nice place. I think you're going to like it, so let's take a look around. Before we do that, however, I would like to ask if you could please click that subscribe button. That's going to really help us out here at the channel, and it's also going to mean that you get to see all of the farms that we advertise in central Portugal every week. So yeah, let's go. Okay, so we've just arrived on the farm there. I think you might be able to see our vehicle just parked there. There's a lovely small tarmac track that runs right to the entrance of the farm there, so you could drive straight on the farm. We'll show you that in a moment. As you can see, electricity and phone lines right at the entrance as well. And Andre is to my side. Bom dia, Andre.
Olá, bom dia.
Tudo bem?
Sim,
Tudo bem. Andre was just telling me a moment ago off camera that he's pretty sure there's optic fibre in this area as well, and I think there is, isn't there?
The wood post is the phone.
Yep.
The other side in concrete is the electricity, but the electricity is very close to the boundary of the property.
I can see the post right there, I think.
There,
That's the closest. Yes. So that's maybe because the boundary is just across the road.
Yes.
Maybe I don't know, 30 meters, something like that. Super close.
Not expensive.
Yeah. Excellent. This farm, before we go any further, I should say the price, because I'm dreadful at remembering to say that in the film. So this farm is 65,000 euros. It's 1.8 hectares. It's really quite a nice farm. I think you're gonna like looking around this with us. It's really rather pretty. As you can see at the moment, springtime. Someone needs to tell the sky though, because there's no blue skies, but all of the flowers are out in bloom. Absolutely gorgeous, really, really pretty. Yeah, this farm has quite a lot of fruit trees and vines on it. Yeah. What fruit is there on here, Andre?
Yes, fig trees. Look, this is the fig.
Yeah,
more
beautiful.
Fig. There is more fig tree, orange.
Oh yeah, I can see the orange tree just over there. Yep.
Grapes.
Yeah.
Peach tree and little.
Yeah, a little peach tree there next to the next to that building.
Pear
yeah.
Tree. Queens.
Excellent.
Many olive trees.
Many olive trees, in actual fact, I think, isn't there? Go this way first, yeah.
The property.
Okay, excellent. Lots of beautiful flowers out and about at the moment. This building here, this is just a like a tool shed or something. Yeah. You could use it as animal housing, something like that, or tool housing, anything like that. Log store, chicken shed, whichever you wanted. There you go. You can see the road just there behind it, just there. You can most probably construct a house on this farm.
This is the little road for connect the Orca for zebras.
Mm-hmm,
okay?
Perfect, yeah.
Don't pass many people in the day.
Yeah.
Because in zebras live maybe maximum 60.
Okay, so not too many people there then. Not too many. Orca has a slightly higher population. That's quite a nice village. Orca is what, 1-2 kilometers from here?
Yes, 2 kilometers. The zebras.
Okay, yeah.
There, look, the house there.
Yep.
Is zebras.
Okay, so just above where that car's just gone past there, the roof tiles. That is the is that nearer than Orca? I think it is, isn't it?
Yes, am I next to the Orca.
Okay, so zebras is that way. That's the closest village, but this is actually part of Orca. It's only about 1.5 kilometers, maybe 2 to the village of Orca, just that way. Lots of lovely cafes and things in Orca. We go there quite often.
Figueira de India.
Prickly pear, nice. Figo de India. Yep. Lots of lavender about. Ah, here's the second pond.
Yeah. Maybe it's a little more large.
Yeah, this one's, yeah, they're both similar size, but yeah, I think you're right. I think this one is slightly larger. What is that on the side there, Andre? I've never seen that before. There's like a granite thing.
Yes, the granite is for put the pump.
Okay.
For push the water for irrigation
the
vegetables. Okay, this side you don't need because this is olive trees.
Yep.
This area is olives.
And for people that don't know, olives don't need irrigation. They like it to be nice and dry, so they don't need any irrigation whatsoever, only when they're very, very young trees.
If I put the horses or the donkeys or the sheep in the area for eat the straw.
Yeah, to eat up all of the grasses and things when they get overgrown. That would be a fantastic idea.
Entre aquela barragem e esta.
Yep.
Existe ali uma zona para vegetais e puxavam daqui água.
That will be where we get round to in a minute when we go round, won't it? Yeah. So Andre said down there, in between the first pond and this pond, there's a lovely flat area there, which would be ideal. It really would be ideal for vegetable patches and things, wouldn't it? That would be great. There's no, as far as I'm aware, there's no fish in these ponds. I'm saying that because I can't see any movement on the top at all. You can see all of the duckweed covering the ponds. That means that the water... Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. You could put in here some fantastic bass. They would be amazing. Eschagar. So if you were to put those in here, they would be a fantastic fish because they put up a really nice nice fight when you're catching them. It's a lovely sport fish, and also they're a fantastic food source. So if you wanted another food source on your farm, I could just see a frog hopping along the top of the duckweed over there. Yeah, they're a fantastic food source. Bass are a nice fish to eat, grilled up by the side of the pond with a little bit of lemon. Absolutely gorgeous, beautiful.
Não sei se já reparaste. Em poucas propriedades já se vê disto.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't even look at it, to be honest, Andre. I was too busy looking at the pond. Andre said you don't see this in many farms. I think that might be the first time I've ever seen it. It's a post made out of schisto.
Yes, post
schisto rock.
Schisto.
Excellent.
Yes. Many years ago we used this for the vine.
Yep.
Não se utilizava de madeira, nem se utilizava cimento. Yeah.
Just put them straight into the ground, and I'm a bit surprised because this isn't a schisto area, is it? This is a granite area.
But,
so they must have brought them in from somewhere else.
Era negócio muito antigo que era fazer postes de xisto.
Wow.
Há postes for the apple de 3 meters.
Wow. Okay, for apple trees. Apple trees. Okay.
Schisto.
Schisto is slate.
Black schisto. Okay.
Black schisto. Fantastic.
Because it's more strong.
Rightio. Going back to the pond, sorry, we don't know the depth obviously, but these ponds when they're originally dug out, they are deep. They dig, as you can see from where we are here.
Always put the machine for clean, okay?
Yeah, you could clean it out nice and easy.
The pond, the water.
If you that duckweed, that's just a little tiny floating plant that goes on the top of the water. So some people always look and go, oh, it's dirty, but it's not. It actually means it's very clean because the sunlight can't penetrate the plant, so there's no algae in the water. But the duckweed, if you was to put a couple of carp in there, they're vegetarians mainly, so they would eat that up in no time. And again, a nice fish to have in your ponds. You see them sunbathing and things in the summer on the top of the water there. We're here walking along the boundary, the roadside boundary. Yeah. I'm going to put a map on the screen here so you can see exactly where we are.
More grapes in the middle of the steva.
Yeah, these rock rose, they're like a weed really, but they're a fantastic weed. They're gorgeous. There's all grapes in the middle of them. You can see the schisto post that we were just talking about. The grapes have all grown up in there. The grapes.
O dono desta quinta era colega de caça do meu avô e do meu tio.
Oh, okay. The owner of this farm, Andre said, is a friend of his. He was a hunting colleague of who? Sorry, your uncle. Yeah. Nice. Fantastic. Now, as we walk up here, the farm goes right the way up the top over there. Full of olives on this top bit.
I don't know the exact number, but maybe 60.
60 olives roughly. We don't know exactly, but roughly that. Yes. Look at this lavender going down the bank here. Look at all of that. Beautiful. Would be a fantastic area for bees.
One line the bees.
Yep.
Hives, because it protects the wind.
Yeah, and I was just trying to get my orientation. I think south is about that way, isn't it? South is
there.
South is there. Perfect.
O vento predominante é o de norte.
Okay, so the prevailing wind comes from the north. This is south-facing property, so that's quite nice.
O sol nasce ali.
Yep. Okay. So the sun rises here and sets over there. So full sun throughout the day. I think you're probably right, Andre. 60 olives, but it could be slightly more.
Or maybe a little more.
Yeah, because I know there's quite a lot up that way. So yeah, nice.
Já estão quase.
Yeah, the figs. Beautiful. beautiful. So these figs will be ready because there's a couple of varieties of figs in the area here, ready at different times of the year. They're the big black eating ones, São João figs. And yeah, they'll be ready in June, July, I think, Andre, won't they? June, July?
The electricity.
Yep.
É naquele poste.
Right, perfect.
É só puxar para aqui.
Excellent, so nice and close, yes, you could just pull the electricity straight from there.
É só colocar
Perfect.
ali uma caixa de eletricidade e levar.
Have your electric box sited there, perfect. There's a couple of places where you could site a house on this farm. We were talking about it earlier, me and Andre. Were you saying this terrace, Andre, that you think, or was it the one down?
Para pôr a casa, sim. Eu colocaria a casa, put the house, this terrace. Okay.
So it's a nice terrace for it because you've got the access track directly through there.
Yeah, is close the pond. In
Yeah.
the night, the noise,
Close to the pond, sorry, yeah. Yeah, you hear the frogs earlier when I was trying to film down by the first pond.
The first week is maybe a little difficult.
Yeah.
But the next time is relax.
Yeah, yeah. The first week of listening to the frogs, yeah, might be. You need to get a bit of getting used to that, yeah.
A quantidade de azeitona.
I was just looking at it, Andre. The flowers,
Isto
yeah.
não são azeitonas, isto são flowers.
The flowers, the olive flowers.
The Portuguese name is chora.
Chora, is that what they call them? Chora. Okay, so like crying. Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. All of the little flowers of the olive trees coming out. Beautiful. A sign that spring is here. So that's nice. That's nice. But yeah, having the pond right near to the house as well would actually be really nice. That would be very nice indeed.
Esta aqui é a zona das oliveiras mais novas, young olive tree.
Young olive trees all on this side.
Olha, vê só, uma linha.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, one line. 1, 2, 3. Maybe. Só nesta terraça há aqui 30 oliveiras.
On this terrace alone, there's at least 30. And Andre, I think on the other side, because we had the drone up, I think on the other side over there, there's a few more olives as well, just over the other brow of the over the brow of the hill.
The boundary is in the cork, okay?
Yeah, in the cork tree. Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect. Perfect.
The other tree.
Yeah. There's lots of nice little terraces on this farm. I like this.
Yeah. Okay.
I like farms when the like this one, where the terraces are all sort of hidden from each other and all quite different. Gives the farm some sort of diversity. It's nice. Here's the back boundary here.
Fence side.
Fence is the boundary. So this side is fenced, and I believe the two ends are fenced. The side with the road, not fenced, I don't think. But you could fence that quite easily.
Aqui talvez, agora, nós dizemos que aqui ficaria bem a casa, mas o ideal é sempre analisar com um arquiteto ou com um designer.
Definitely. So Andre just said there, yes, we're saying that the house would be nice here and everything, but of course you need to get that double checked with an architect first, get the land analysed, because they might say that there's areas where you can put houses, areas where you can't, the amount of square meters that you're allowed. Generally speaking, it probably would be up to about 250 square meters here, wouldn't it, Andre? We're saying that based on past experience of the village here, but of course you need to just get that analysed first and double check what you can and what you cannot do. But yeah, there's this place here, but there's also a fantastic place down the bottom for a house as well. So yeah. Oh, Andre, you touched on something earlier. You mentioned donkeys when we first started filming. You mentioned donkeys. They would be fantastic here if you were to get donkeys here. The Portuguese have a variety of donkey, and we've spoke about it many times in the past. I could hear a goat bell or something over there behind you. There must be some goats or sheep over there.
Há aqui ovelhas nesta quinta.
Ovelhas, yeah, sheep over there. Okay, yeah. Anyway, donkeys. Yeah, there's a fantastic Portuguese breed of donkey called the Miranda. That's from up north in Portugal. And because now, obviously, a long time ago, everyone was using the donkeys for their land work, right? They were ploughing the land with them and everything. Nowadays, people have tractors, so the donkey starts to die out, which is a shame. So the government here, they provide a subsidy for that donkey.
Yeah, exists a subsidy. Exists good associations for help. Vai haver agora uma palestra no Fundão sobre raças autóctones.
Ok.
E quais os apoios para as raças autóctones. Neste momento, o município do Fundão, eu estive a ver, está a dar extra aos subsídios do Estado a Câmara do Fundão vai dar um apoio de 15 euros por ovelha para a raça autóctone. Eu penso que seja merino branco.
On top of the normal
Yes,
subsidy?
yes.
Okay.
É uma questão, eu também posso partilhar contigo.
Let me just translate that quickly before I forget the beginning bit. Sorry, yeah. Andre said some really good information there. So there's lots of different subsidies that you can apply for on farms in central Portugal here, which are very helpful, right? Because farming doesn't always bring in a lot of money. It depends if you've got hectares and hectares of cherry orchard. Okay, you're gonna be earning a bit. But if you're trying to do things on a homestead scale, slightly smaller scale, the subsidies can really be helpful. So you'll get subsidies for the land, just for having the agricultural land. Depends on what you've planted on the land as to what subsidy you get. And every year the subsidies change, so I get people ask me all the time what they are. I can't tell you because there's so many different different stipulations that they can change widely. But yeah, sorry, what were you saying, Andre? You said that at the moment the Fundão Ministry of Agriculture, they're doing a special project about animals that are from this area.
Yes.
So the Beira baixa merino.
Não. Este é para merino branco. O merino branco é uma raça autóctone
for wool.
De Alentejo.
Okay. So an Alentejo merino sheep, and other animals as well from the area.
E para cabras também.
And for goats as well. They give an extra subsidy for those animals. So you'll get a subsidy per head of the animal. Most of the time they don't include the male in that, but they include the females. So you'll get a subsidy per head of female animal, and then an extra subsidy for if you choose the breeds that are native to this area, that were bred in this area. Okay, that's really interesting. Really interesting.
11 cents for a litre the milk.
Okay, and they'll pay 11 cents per litre of milk.
But I say this, but the next video, the next week, eu posso mostrar mesmo como é que é.
Perfect.
Correto,
okay, so make sure you tune into next week's video as well, because Andre's going to show us the some sort of document, I think, aren't you, where it says all of that thing.
E a data, acho que é até 30 de julho.
Okay, and the dates of which they apply. And going back to how I started that conversation, the donkeys, yeah, they give quite a nice subsidy for the donkeys. I don't want to say exactly what it is because I can't remember off the top of my head. I have a feeling it's 800 euros per head per hectare. I have a feeling it's that, isn't it, Andre? Something like that.
E há outras coisas que nós podemos fazer, por exemplo, aquela zona daquela terraça ali. Podemos submeter ao subsídio de milho de sequeiro.
Exactly. So that's what I was saying about the subsidies for the different things. Andre said there's a perfect place down there where you could do corn for drying. The dried corn goes into animal feed, right? And they give a subsidy for that, and that's a subsidy based on per square meter.
Not necessarily collect. It's possible.
Okay.
The corn is big, porque é de sequeiro, não fica tão grande.
Okay. Yep.
Is ready for collect. It's possible to put the animals or collect for you.
Oh, you could just put the animals straight into the field and they'll give you the subsidy on the corn and then another subsidy on the animals. So we're talking about subsidies there because we haven't brought it up in a while. And go that way, yeah. And yeah, it's quite possibly an interesting subject for people looking at having farms in the area. Look at that tree. Wow, these olive trees here, they're centenarios now, Andre. They're more than 100 years old, these olive trees. They're fantastic. You can see there where they selected a runner, a sucker that came off the rootstock, and they've kept that. Wow, nice. So a little area to come down here. There's tractor entrances on every single terrace, and this next terrace down actually has an entrance for a car as well that goes to the road. But this one here is not suitable for a tractor. This is just a little place for us to walk down, better than going all the way back. Nice oak trees we just came past there as well. A couple of little oak trees separating the terraces. Oh, it's a stream as well. Oh, it's the overflow from the pond. Okay, I just saw some bulrushes. Yeah, it's the overflow, so if you have a lot of rain, the pond obviously will overflow, so the water will come in the stream and then divert and shoot off of the land, so that's nice and handy. Perfect, that's that orange tree that we saw at the beginning. That's a young little orange tree there.
Esta é a terraça que eu dizia que seria boa para vegetais.
Okay, so Andre said here would be a beautiful terrace for vegetables. It certainly would. It's a lovely size. It's got the water. Where's the pond? Is it behind those canes? Got, this pond's here, that's where the overflow is, sorry.
One.
Yep, and there's the second. Okay, the other one's down a terrace then. But yeah, here you could pump the water straight from the pond to the vegetables. That would be absolutely ideal. Not sure if I said the price. It's 65,000 euros this farm, which I think is quite a nice price for what you're getting here.
Eu não sei mais ou menos, I don't know the quantity, the vine, the grape, but
yeah,
for me, if possible, make maybe 200 liters the vine.
Okay, okay, yeah, I think you're probably right, Andre, because like as you can see here, there's vines dotted about, the light green leaves at the moment, so right down the bottom of that terrace you can see more vines. Here, right next to the pond, the other side of the pond, there's quite a few vines dotted around, and Andre said, and I think he's probably right, roughly 200 litres of wine you would make from this farm. That would be red wine. There might be the odd white grapevine here, but normally speaking in the area they plant red. The birds, what, take the grapes? Yeah, they'll take some of them, so you might have to knock that down to 150 litres of wine, yeah. Yeah, here's the first pond that we saw. That would be fantastic to put a little jetty somewhere out there, plant a little weeping willow or something, and inside the pond put some nenufas, some water lilies. That would be absolutely beautiful. A lot of people are always worried about putting the water lilies in because obviously they can spread. But yeah, these ponds are always dug so deep. This would, at the deepest area, be up to 8 meters, probably up to 8 meters deep. More than likely somewhere in the 6 meter sort of area, but it could be up to 8 meters. So yeah, in the middle, the water lilies, they will not be able to grow that tall, so they would only be round the edge, which is quite nice because that would keep them controlled, make sure they don't spread too much. And yeah, I would just live on that jetty, I think. Just fishing there all day would be absolutely beautiful. So early spring means that the grapevines all start to shoot out. You can see that very, very, very beginning stage of where the grapes are going to be. Can you pick that up on the camera? Where am I looking? Just there. Little tiny baby cluster of grapes. I think I saw another one. Yeah, just there. Look at that. Gorgeous. So wait until September and they will be grapes.
Azinheira.
Okay, holm oak, azinheira, nice. A fantastic tree for firewood. This land here, the land goes all the way down, and right the way over there. It's larger than it looks. To be honest, it's quite a nice size. The narrow end of the land is up there. This is the wide end of the land. And I think, yeah, you said earlier, Andre, that maybe down here might be a good place for a house, and I agree with that, to be honest. I think that would be very pretty. Yeah, there's a lovely little forest zone up there, which we'll show you in a sec. And as you can see, there's a little opening up the top. That would not be a bad place. There's a track that runs all the way along the boundary over there that would go right to that. And that would be a beautiful place for a house. Beautiful place. Looking out over the land, and as you can see, you've got the road on that side, but when you're down here you can't hear any cars whatsoever. Very few cars use it throughout the day, and nothing around. Just beautiful. Sheep over there somewhere, I can't see them but I can hear them. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous.
Esta quinta é interessante porque tem pouco de tudo.
Yeah, it's nice. Andre said this farm's really interesting because it has a little bit of everything. Yeah. It's a proper little homestead, a proper small holding. I like that. It's just missing a few chickens. Put a few chickens here. Yeah. Oh, ducks. You could have some lovely ducks on the pond. Yeah. On my farm at the moment I've got 6 geese. They're fantastic. I just use them for eggs and eggs in the spring, and lawn mowers. They're fantastic lawn mowers. They go in my cherry orchards and munch down all the grasses, make life a little bit easier, so I'm not having to go in there strimming all the time. But yeah, geese are fantastic. They would do wonderful here with the water. What fruit trees have we got, Andre? I think you said quince.
Quince, orange.
Isto é marmelos aqui, não é?
Yes.
Yeah, quince there.
Grapes and olive.
Perfect. So a nice variety then. A nice variety.
Talvez passemos por cima.
Yeah.
Aqui onde nasce água outra vez.
A water spring, yeah. Okay, you can see the grasses are very green down there.
Esta árvore aqui é porque há água.
Okay, yeah, these trees grow in wet spots, so Andre said there must be a spring in there. You can see the grass is super green in there as well, so yeah.
Talvez vamos contornar por aqui.
Yeah, come up this way. If you're interested in this farm, before I go any further, I should tell you how to contact us. Our email address is farmerforfun@outlook.com. You can send us any questions. Questions about Portugal, questions about builders, questions about, I don't know, visas, whatever. Ah, this is the overflow from the pond then.
Yes,
yeah, you saw that at the same time as me. Yeah, so we're walking over a little tiny bridge here. You can see the stones there. We're walking over a bridge. That's the overflow from the second pond. Perfect. So really nicely designed. And yeah, you can also check out this property and all of our other properties on our website, www.farmerforfun.com. Another lovely large terrace here. Few more olive trees.
Yes, more olive trees, but for me, this is a good place for the house.
This is a beautiful place for the house, yeah. So if I turn round, you'll see you could create a driveway right here. There's the little breeze block building. That's where the entrance to the farm is right there. Or it's here, in actual fact, it's here, sorry. Here's the entrance to the farm, the gateway that goes to the road. So super nice and easy to bring your car in. So you don't have to traipse around with bags of groceries and whatever. And a nice space here.
Yes, more figs.
Nice private space, looking out over the land, close to the pond again. More fig, did you say?
Yes, young fig.
Oh yeah, look at that, baby little fig tree. And a grapevine next to it. Oak. Broom.
Pine.
Yeah, a couple of pines. So you've got a nice amount of firewood here as well. Prune up your trees, copse them and that sort of thing. You've got plenty. Yeah. It's a thick one as well. Oh my, it's thick, you can't even get into that one. Crikey.
Pruning and select one or two.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. Copse them out, have some for firewood, let the others grow up. Nice.
My 10 olive trees.
Another 10 olive trees. Beautiful. So yeah, I think yeah, no, nice cork tree on the boundary there. I think 60 might have been a low guess. I think there might be a few more olive trees than that. We'll just run up this bank here. But of course, can't access it. Can't access it from the other side. What was that, Andre? Sorry. Yeah, I think I preferred the terrace down for a house.
I like more the terrace in the top.
That's a good point, actually. Yeah, having a house on the top is probably better, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Another couple of nice olive trees. There's more.
But this the views for the Gardunha mountain.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's cloudy today, so we can't really see, but Andre said you would be able to see the Gardunha mountain as well.
Yes, there?
Yeah, I could just see it through the clouds. Over there. Difficult to see, but yeah. There's more here, more trees here than I realised. Oh, this is a really pretty place.
You post the phone inside the property.
The phone line is already on the property, perfect. Where was the post? I didn't see it.
Again.
Oh, okay, I can see the cable, yeah.
This is the boundary.
Here's the boundary line, perfect, yep. As you can see all the way around, it's just fields of everything. Pasture mainly, there's a lot of sheep farming in this area.
Yes, they produce beautiful cheese. Zebras exist factories, são fábricas familiares.
What, they have a cheese factory in Zebras?
Existe fábricas familiares de queijo.
Yep.
Muito boas.
Okay.
Boas.
I'm trying to look to see what that bird is, Andre.
I don't know.
No é abelha ruco.
No.
Not sure what the bird is, but it's loud. I was thinking it's a bee eater, but it's not. It's not.
The phone.
Can't see it. Oh yeah, here's the post right next to me. There you go. That's the phone line. Yeah, we were on that other side. We just walked round. So the phone line post is already on the land. That's handy. Right at the entrance there.
I like the property.
Yeah, me too. I know obviously we're biased, we would be saying that, but it's the truth, it's the truth, it's really nice.
Normal, I select properties for me.
Yeah.
I like the property.
Well, that's true. When we're looking at properties to film on the channel, we generally tend to pick ones obviously that we personally like, but no, this is a very nice farm, Andre. It's the first time I've actually walked all the way around it. I really like it. Really like it. Now I think we've pretty much seen everything. I think we've seen everything, really, haven't we?
Existe em zebras. Olha, eu agora hoje vou às zebras com a Matilde, porque existe picadeiro nas zebras.
Picadeiro, okay, is
para andar de cavalo.
Oh, okay. Andre said that he's going to Zebras, the next village, with his daughter today. You're going there today?
Yeah, today I go to Zebras.
Because there's a crikey, how would you say that in English? Picadeiro. It's like an equestrian centre. Horse riding anyway. So okay, that's nice. So they have one there.
Eu quando falo parece muito velho, porque eu já trabalhei neste picadeiro durante 3 anos.
Yeah, okay.
Eu dava eu treinava cavalos todo o dia.
Because horses are a big thing for you. You really like horses. Andre used to have horses. And did you say you worked there, sorry?
Yes, I work training the horses for the other people, 7 hours for a day.
Okay.
I work horses 1 hour, go the picadeiro.
Yeah, I think equestrian centre. Someone might correct me in the comments, but yeah.
Change the horses, go the area, because this area is possible. You go the area flat.
Well, there's so many hiking trails and different caminhos de serra, lots of different mountain trails and things. So yeah, beautiful area to do the horse riding. Are you going to ride horses today?
Yes, today I go. Eu vou ver se a Matilde ganha o vício dos cavalos.
To see if your daughter also gets the vice of horses. Yeah, nice. The addiction of horses. Yeah, nice. That's really nice. I tell you what, this actually would, I know we said donkeys earlier, donkeys would be my choice because I'm mad for donkeys, I like them, but sheep as well, but horses would do really nice on this farm, I think. There's certainly enough land for them, certainly enough water, definitely enough grass for them to eat, but yeah, nice farm. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. I think that's pretty much it. Hope you like the farm. If you do, please send us an email, farmerforfun@outlook.com. Check out this farm and all our other ones on www.farmerforfun.com. And until next week, we'll say goodbye. Bye.
Bye.